So this is the door to my outside work area. And then this handle here, it's just about busted. And not only that, but looking at it, it looks like I live in a Chinese restaurant, for crying out loud. So about time I changed that. And it's bolted on, and the bolts are about 6 inches apart. And so I figure, this would be a smaller project, and maybe this is something I can use the Chinese bread loaf anvil to make. So yeah, I'll see what I come up with. No particular idea, just kind of have a little fun.
I just quickly want to show first this hammer I made for a good customer in Australia. It's for welding. It's a chipping hammer, and I'm not sure how useful it'll be, but I like it, so I had fun making this. So if anyone has any interest, just let me know. So you can see I just have this small bread loaf anvil recessed into this stump, and the stump is just freestanding, so I imagine it'll jump and hop a little bit. For this project I've got these two rods, but I think I'll go with the smaller 7mm one. This anvil is loud, and my stump is slowly crawling towards me. I need to give James Dunn a shout out for his very generous donation. Thanks very much, sir. Appreciate the donation and appreciate the business. Notice the swage block that I put at the base of the stump to help keep it from moving around too much. At first I thought this little flat area was unintentional, a flaw, but after using it some, I think that that's intended to be there. When I get a new tool like this anvil, I typically don't dress it at first, just use it a few times and then get a feel for it and see where it might need dressing and where I might not want to dress it. This fine horn or bick is obviously not made for heavy use, just made for a little dinking and dunking on small projects. I'm really wailing on this small anvil, and it's very hard. I'm very impressed with how it's working for such a small size. I'm messing around making these scroll ends, more just trying this anvil out than anything else. I wind up actually eliminating those scrolls at the end of this project. I'm just playing this by ear, and my measurements seem all out of whack. I think this anvil would be very useful for certain work, and I specifically think of something like arrowheads. I just couldn't resist using Old Faithful for one heat or two. This project goes a little wacky here, but I recover things later on. Those scrolled ends just don't fit what I want, so I cut them off. Hot cutting with an old hacksaw blade. These steps, along with the domed face, are very useful aspects of this anvil. Still just a little bit long. It's simple and functional. Nothing to write home about, but it'll do. So far, I give this very small bread loaf anvil very high marks. Very useful for me.
So from this to this. The one thing that went right with this is that the size is just right. Measured twice, I guess. A little hard to see because of the shadows, but open her up. That'll work for this. Thanks for sticking with this one. I'll catch you guys next time.